Alright guys, been a while since I did one of these videos, but I thought I'd do one just for the HammerHead test that we published. Seems the conversation kind of calmed down about it, so kind of at that point, where do we go from here? And if you haven't subscribed over on the Punkworks Paintball channel, you definitely should. That's where I posted the high-speed video, where you could actually see the spin on the paintballs. And we also have the test links to the test thread and the data sheets, so that way you can confirm or you can debate me if you want to about the conclusions on this. But what had ended up happening with the HammerHead, we talked to the HammerHead guys for a while, through emails and on the phone. Bryce did more so than me, and they said things like use a specific kind of paint. Marbleizer was the one. Turns out we did. And then the other thing they told us to do is we would have to sort by size each and every paintball through a ball sizer back in order to achieve the right fit for the system to work properly. And we consciously refuse to do that because that is not something that comes, say, with the instructions with the barrel. That's not something that, you know, they claim it's more accurate, it's more efficient, it's yada yada across the board. They don't say if you do this, this, and this, it's more accurate, it's more efficient. They say it's more accurate, it's more efficient, it spins the paintball. So, and that's also something that, you know, users of the barrel, obviously they haven't been informed of this because it's the first we ever heard of it, and so they're operating under the assumption that it works all the time, every time. And so that's why we consciously decided not to do that. Now, the spin tests show pretty realistically that if there is any axial spin, it is negligible. Paintball guns produce spin. I've observed spin out of regular barrels and regular guns, closed bolt guns, open bolt guns. I've seen spin. And it's a relatively random occurrence. I can't say I can pick out one thing that that contributes to spin, but all these spins are of minor, relatively minor magnitudes, so it's not that big a deal. You know, we saw with the apex testing that if you want to really impact the flight of the ball with spin, you gotta have a lot of spin, and that spin is pretty self-evident when you look at the video. So, the other thing about the spin aspect is I could only show you so much of the video because my computer just can't handle it. And, you know, maybe if we had top-of-the-line video editing software and computers to run it, and I was a graphic arts kind of guy, then maybe I could. But, you know, those were typical shots that I picked out, and you know, with the apex, I fired 20 shots to the apex and 20 shots without the apex. Every single paintball had spin of the similar magnitude and in the same direction. It was a 100% thing. Now, does that mean it will actually shoot 100% of your balls the same way? No, but it was observable. It was consistent. It was very good. And on the HammerHead, we just did not see that axial spin. And on the range, we didn't see any effect. You know, in fact, the CP one-piece 685 outshot both of them, or all of them, both the Mofo and the bank sticks. And so, you know, does that mean that rifling actually hurts your accuracy? Nah, probably not. They're within 2 inches of each other, which is usually within the confidence intervals. So I'm not going to say that it hurts your accuracy, but it does what every other barrel does, and that's accelerate the paintball. From there, the vortex shedding takes place that we've talked about before, and paintballs tend to go where they're going to go. That's just the way it works, and since there's no axial spin put on it, a rifled barrel does the same thing that every other barrel does, which is accelerate the paintball. So they definitely don't hurt your accuracy, but they don't really help your accuracy. I think it was a cool product. One thing I really liked about the HammerHead kit is that the backs are knurled, which means it has that metal grip kind of thing on them, so you can get them off your gun easy. I love that about that. The Mofo was really light. I mean, it was a fine barrel. It shot fine, but it didn't shoot miraculous by any stretch. And so, I mean, take that as it is. So that's kind of my Hammerhead conclusion video. Pretty short and sweet. Oh, one thing else I wanted to talk about, which was, does this prove that rifle barrels don't work categorically? Unfortunately, it doesn't. You can't prove a negative like that, first off. But secondly, it just is, you know, maybe rifling could work if you got a tight enough barrel and you shot a paintball through it. See, rifling on a gun works really well because you have a bullet that's made out of lead or brass or copper or, you know, a deformable metal that can fit within a non-deformable metal or close to. A much harder metal, so it doesn't deform as easily. And they fit together and they seal really well, and there's a shear force created that spins them. Well, a paintball doesn't fit into a barrel quite that same way, and it's not as deformable. I mean, I'm a proponent of underboring, but I'm hesitant to say that you could underbore with a rifle barrel without ripping the edges off of a paintball. I have yet to be proven wrong. That's just me betting. But nobody makes a small bored rifle barrel, so until that happens, I'm going to say that rifling as a whole doesn't help you too much. If you can get it small enough and tight enough, maybe, and maybe we'll look at it again, but I'm just unconvinced, and I think we have some pretty stellar footage that shows that. So, but, you know, that's what it amounts to. Maybe the Hammerhead guys are right. Maybe if you filter the size properly, it does shoot well, or shoot better, because it shoots fine. Great shooting barrel. They all kind of shoot good, though, you know? It's kind of a trend you're noticing. Maybe it does, but that we considered unrealistic playing conditions, and so we didn't do that, because that's not what your user of the barrel will do. So, anyway, that was my quick conclusion video. We still have some Punkworks shirts for sale, so if you want to look stylish like me all the time, pick one up. They're on the TechPB forums, or just message me. I can get you hooked up. So, talk to you guys later.